Good afternoon, my dear students of Standard 9. Welcome back to the chemistry class. Dear students, we had completed chapter 5, chemical bond. There we learned types of chemical bonds, and the two main types of chemical bonds are covalent bond and ionic bond. Today in this class we will solve the book exercise. At first, what is the name of the attraction force which keeps the atoms bonded in a molecule? The attraction force that keeps the atoms bonded in a molecule is called chemical bond. So it is chemical bond. 2 number MCQ, the formation of which molecule below attains the electronic configuration of neon? Dear students, you know that when any compound makes any bond, any compound joins with any element, atom joins with another atom, then they get the electronic configuration of their nearest inert gas for getting stability. Look, here in potassium fluoride, potassium gets the electronic configuration of its nearest inert gas argon, but fluorine gets the electronic configuration of its nearest inert gas neon. But the question is, in which compound both elements get the electronic configuration of neon? In calcium sulfide, both get the electronic configuration of argon. In magnesium oxide, both elements get the electronic configuration of neon, because neon is the nearest inert gas of magnesium and oxygen both. And in sodium chloride, sodium gets the electronic configuration of neon, but chlorine gets the electronic configuration of argon. So the answer is magnesium oxide. Answer the questions 3 and 4 on the basis of the following electronic configuration. Look, here A, it is the electronic configuration of hydrogen, because there is only one electron. It is the electronic configuration of sodium, and D is the electronic configuration of chlorine. Now question, which valency is impossible for the element marked by D? It is chlorine, and we know the valency of chlorine is 1, because chlorine has 7 electrons on its last shell, so it needs 1 electron. And another way to calculate valency for non-metal is the unpaired electron of its last shell. Unpaired electron, look, the electronic configuration of chlorine is, the electronic configuration of chlorine is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3px2, 3py2, 3pz1. So its valency is 1. But look, we know that when an element goes to excited condition, then the pair electron jumps to any empty orbital, and in third shell there are 5 empty 3d orbitals. So in excited condition, chlorine shows variable valency. The question was which valency is impossible, but here chlorine shows variable valency, but the valency of chlorine is not 2, 4 or 6. So I will make correction here. Which valency is possible for the element marked by D? Look, the valency 1 is possible. Here, when 1 electron from 3py jumps to 3dxy orbital, now there are total 3 unpaired electrons. So in this condition, the valency of chlorine is 3. Again, when another electron, there are more pair electron on the last shell. So when another electron from 3px orbital jumps to another orbital 3dyz, then there are total 5 unpaired electrons, and the valency of chlorine in this condition is 5. And still there are pair electrons on 3s orbital. So when this electron again jumps, then it goes to 3dzx orbital, and now there are total 7 unpaired electrons, and the valency of chlorine in this condition is 7. So the valency of chlorine 1, 3, 5 and 7 are possible. So I made the correction here. So the answer is, if it is possible, then the answer will be only 3. But if the question was impossible, then these 3 are answered. Now 4 number MCQ, the element B forms 2 types of bonds, donates electron to A, dissolves in water combining with A, forms 2 types of bonds. Element B is sodium. Sodium can make ionic bond because it is a metal, and also metallic bond. So this option is correct. Donates electron to A. Yes, sodium can donate the electron to hydrogen while forming ionic bond. Dissolves in water combining with A. When sodium combines with A, then it makes ionic compound sodium hydride, and we know ionic compounds are dissolved into water. So the option 1, 2 and 3 all are correct. So the correct answer is 1, 2 and 3. Which of the following denotes the formula of aluminium sulfate? The valency of aluminium is 3 and sulfate is 2. So the formula of aluminium sulfate is Al2SO4 3. What kind of compound is calcium oxide? Calcium oxide, it is the compound of calcium and oxygen, metal and non-metal. So it is an ionic compound. Which of the following compounds is not electroconductive in water solution? We know that ionic compounds can conduct electricity in water solution, and here sodium chloride, it is an ionic compound, so sodium chloride solution can conduct electricity. Calcium chloride, it is also an ionic compound, so calcium chloride solution also can conduct electricity. We know that all acid solution can conduct electricity, and HCl, it is an acid, so HCl, it also can conduct electricity. Only there is glucose C6H12O6, it is a covalent compound, and the covalent compound solution, the water solution of covalent compound cannot conduct electricity. So the answer will be glucose, C6H12O6. Now creative. Look, there are 2 diagram X and Y, and it is told here that X and Y are symbolic, not symbols of any element, because X is oxygen because there are total 8 electrons, and Y is magnesium because there are total 12 electrons. What is a covalent bond? You know that. Covalent bond, it forms between 2 nonmetals by sharing of electrons. Why is there a difference in the size between sodium and sodium ions? Sodium and sodium ions, both they have 11 proton in their center, but their size is not same. The size of sodium ion is smaller than sodium. Look, here sodium has 11 proton, and sodium ion, it has also 11 proton. But sodium has 10 electrons on 3 shells. But sodium ion, sodium has 11 electrons distributing in 3 shells. But sodium ion, it has 10 electrons, and there are only 2 shells. Here 11 proton but 10 electrons, and here 11 proton and 11 electrons, and there is one more energy shell. So the size of sodium is more than sodium ion. What kind of bond is there in the compound YX of the stem? Explain. The compound made by Y and X, Y is magnesium and X is oxygen. So it is the compound of metal and non-metal. So it is ionic compound. What kind of bond is there? There is ionic bond. So explain the bond formation of magnesium oxide for C number question. Though X is capable of forming both covalent and ionic bonds, element Y never goes into covalent bonds. Explain with logic. Look, X is oxygen. It has 6 electrons on its last shell. So it needs 2 electrons to fulfill octet. These 2 electrons oxygen can accept from any metal, and by accepting electrons from any metal, oxygen can make ionic bond. For example, when 2 electrons are accepted from sodium, then it makes sodium oxide ionic compound. When it accepts 2 electrons from magnesium or calcium or aluminium, then it forms magnesium oxide, calcium oxide or aluminium oxide, and all these are ionic bond. Now, this oxygen, it also can share the electron, and by sharing electron also it can complete its octet. For example, when oxygen shares these 2 unpaired electrons with 2 hydrogen atoms, then it can make water, and water is a covalent compound because here oxygen and hydrogen share the electron. So by sharing electron, oxygen can make covalent bond also. So oxygen is a non-metal, and as a non-metal, oxygen can make ionic and covalent bond both. But magnesium, it has 2 electrons on its last shell. So to get stability, magnesium can release these 2 electrons, and by releasing these 2 electrons, magnesium gets the electronic configuration of its nearest inert gas, neon, and by releasing 2 electrons, magnesium can make cation and it can make ionic bond, but it cannot share electron, because by sharing electron, magnesium cannot make any compound. So magnesium cannot make covalent bond. So oxygen as a non-metal can make ionic and covalent bond both, but magnesium, since it is a metal, it can make only ionic bond but not covalent bond. 2 number question, read the following stem and answer the questions. Here there are 4 compounds: methane, sodium chloride, carbon tetrachloride, and it is methanol. It is an alcohol. Its name is methanol. Now look, methane, it is a compound of non-metal and non-metal, so it is covalent compound. Sodium chloride, it is a compound of sodium and chlorine, metal and non-metal, so it is ionic compound. Carbon tetrachloride, it is the compound of carbon and chlorine, so it is also a covalent compound. Methanol, here the compound of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, all are non-metal, so methanol is also a covalent compound. What is a covalent bond? You know this. Why is water a polar compound? Explain. Water is a polar covalent compound. Polar compound means the compound which has positive and negative end on its both sides. Water, it is a covalent compound, but the electronegativity difference of 2 atoms of water is more. So the shared pair of electron is attracted by oxygen more than hydrogen. So oxygen becomes partially negative charge and hydrogen becomes partially positive charge. So water is a polar covalent compound. Which compound of the stem forms a crystal? Explain. Look, we know that ionic compounds can make crystal, but covalent compound cannot make crystal. Here, among these 4 compounds, only sodium chloride is ionic compound. So, sodium chloride can make crystal. As an ionic compound, sodium chloride can make crystal, but these compounds, they are covalent, so they cannot form any crystal. The compound B of the stem is soluble in water, but compound C is not. Analyze. Compound B, it is sodium chloride, and I told before that sodium chloride, it is an ionic compound, and ionic compound is soluble into water. And carbon tetrachloride, compound C, it is a covalent compound. Yes, some covalent compounds are also soluble into water, but they should be polar, and their electronegativity difference should be more than 0.9 or 0.5. Here, carbon tetrachloride, the electronegativity of carbon is 2.5 and chlorine is 3. So the electronegativity difference of carbon and chlorine is only 0.5. So here electronegativity difference of these two elements is less, so it is not a polar covalent compound. It is a pure covalent compound. But sodium chloride, it is ionic compound, and most of the ionic compounds are soluble into water. So the compound B of the stem, sodium chloride, it is soluble into water, but carbon tetrachloride, it is a covalent compound, so it is not soluble into water. So dear students, today up to this, in next class I will come with some new lesson with new chapter. So goodbye everyone. Thanks to all.